Good morning, sunshines. How's everybody doing this morning? It is Thursday, and I didn't know it, but today is the National Day of Mourning. So let's take a few seconds of peace for those that have passed away and our previous president, who they are mourning today, Jimmy Carter. I'm anxiously awaiting to hear from our LA crew to make sure everybody is safe and sound. Good morning, Hippie Chick. Good morning, Amy. Good morning, Eaglewood. I know, you were the first this morning. Woohoo! I've been up for a little bit, but I thought I would get up and get a few phone calls done this morning, and dogs fed, dogs watered. Did he? Oh my goodness. Not with him in it, though. He's okay? I know Audit's apartment complex was on fire last night. I don't think they ended up evacuating, but I didn't hear back after that. Yikes. Yeah. I was up quite late last night doing all of the good. He wasn't in it. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's right. So here, let's go to Audit did a post last night. She texted me too, and we were on the phone for a while. Oh, this is a new one. Just found out our residence is on fire watch and to be prepared to evacuate. I'm not concerned. I'm sure just out of an abundance of caution, especially with winds. Thoughts and prayers. Oh, I thought she said her residence was on fire. She didn't say watch last night. Thoughts and prayers for all of Los Angeles, but I may not be able to attend any meetings in person this week. And then she says, we had to evacuate the Merrick fire years ago, and so I moved to a more urban area. Never expected that we could have to evacuate from here. I hope we don't have to. It would be a hardship on numerous levels. My thoughts and prayers for everyone. Yeah, pretty dang, I'm gonna go here because I want to see about the updates.
So, you want to learn how to code? Well, check out Codecademy. It's the easiest place to learn how to code with tons of features to help.
We also continue to watch the sunset fire as well. We've got our winds on the calm side, and it's going to be a very brief period because later this mid-morning, should I say, we are expecting winds to make another return. They are expected to be on the strong side, but not nearly as strong or powerful as those widespread gusty winds that we saw yesterday. So there's a hint of good news, but don't let that fool you. We are going to be looking at gusts, still the range of 50 to 60 plus miles an hour, but at least it's not 70s or 80s. We did lose that upper level support, and the dynamics in the upper levels of the atmosphere have changed slightly, and that is what's providing us with a little bit of relief from the winds. At this hour, we have 4-mile-an-hour winds across the Ventura County Valley communities. Camarillo, calm conditions. We're going to
streets and Jessica were out last night in Hollywood, and they were watching the water.
What's going on, brother? You see Angel over there?
Yeah. That was kind of wild. In all the palm trees, all the palm fronds. He was on last night. Did he take it down? Oh, because this is on Streets LA. It's filming the police.
They're shutting down the street. Or maybe not.
They shut down the streets going the other way.
On Sunset, I saw.
Like 2 minutes down.
All the palm fronds.
At my lowest, I was barely eating and overexercising while still gaining weight. That's when I turned to her.
I think the biggest problem is I don't think anybody should be.
Lots of trees down, palm fronds down. Good morning, James. I'm right, Eaglewood. That's a great point about that fire lane. They've been keeping it open during the week. But even on the weekends, they need to make sure that that fire lane is open. And that's another area to the Kaiser Hospital that they're blocking. Good morning, Kirby's mom. I had heard that there have been a couple of reported deaths from the fire. Did you guys hear that? Thank you, James. I'll make sure and get that to her if you haven't commented on her page. Yeah, it's just crazy. All to prove a point. That's all it is to prove a point that they can. Wow. Yeah, the smoke and the a lot of people with asthma are really being affected. Good morning, Brian. Hey, thanks for that invite from the thing. Did you see I posted the song? Yep, and the pets. Yeah, Michael did a video yesterday talking about how to keep the pets safe. But that would be tough to evacuate with your dogs. You'd have to find a place that took you in, that took your animals. Do they have shelters, especially emergency shelters that have you can take your animals? I should know the answer to that question, but nobody I've ever dealt with did that. Hmm. Yep, a lot of the federal offices are closed today anyways. No meetings on the state levels. This morning is supposed to be the case, Jane Doe versus Gavin Potter. I'm wondering if they're going to postpone it. Which I'm surprised that the court was open today to do that. Good morning, Power Lies to Paralyze. Yeah, that's crazy, but it's a national holiday, so I'm one, they didn't postpone it for that. And it's only 6 o'clock there. And I give our audit credit. I guess ZDT was in the dark last night, talking about how his place was burning up or something. And she went on to his chat and said, "I know we're enemies, but let's postpone it for the day. I wish you well and wish you're safe." Okay, let me go there. Oh, let me go there. Ouch. Here was a Streets post from last night if you want to. Let me copy and paste it, and then I'll go to Super Cools. She is, and she's a fair lady, and she has a heart of gold. Amazing heart of gold. She writes, remember all the water COS wasted all summer around Big Blue watering the cement and trying to annoy protesters? I'm sure the city of LA could really use that water right now. Too bad they didn't take any of our complaints seriously and dismiss them without action. If COS really cared about humanity, they would conserve finite resources and follow city regulations. Maybe they'll bring their truck with the water they used to power wash the street to the firefighters. They could have also opened up any of their gigantic buildings to those evacuating, including the empty creative space in an old church they recently bought 3 blocks away from Blue. But they don't because they don't really care. It's just a PR stunt to appear like they care about others. Mic drop. Exactly. Spot on, definitely. Yeah, today is today's just as a good day to not be out and about unless you have to be there, especially with all of the breathing. Good morning, T. Good afternoon, T. Hey, Sue Irwin. Good morning. Hi, Irish Mart. Let me go back here.
Thanks to investments in clean energy manufacturing and infrastructure, Utah is winning $50 million to protect the
aware of what's going on, and they probably are taking a peek at that hotspot. I'm going to bring up the map real quick, showing the viewers kind of what's going on and where a lot of this stuff is. This is going to be, excuse me, right there. This is going to be very, very close to the Brentwood area, but still technically the Palisades. As I pan down over here, this is going to be the areas where Gigi's at and other of our crews, and a lot of that devastation. Those 1,000 homes that were destroyed, I would venture to say they're going to be somewhere right here in this area, because you can see how it is all darkness, and this would be an area that usually would be lit up, much like you see on a lot of when we show those wide shots of the city, but right now all in darkness due to all those homes being destroyed. Hotspots that have been popping up, I believe that is going to be an actual structure right there. We've been seeing this all morning long. A lot of times there's going to be too much smoke in the area where you really can't see what is burning, but this one, if you look, you can clearly see that is some sort of structure right there, and they actually have some firefighters nearby. This is actually very dynamic and something that we have not seen in Southern California in a very, very long time. And of course, with the map, you can kind of get an idea where this is. When the sun comes up, we're going to be able to kind of see more of that, the areas that have been devastated. These hotspots continue to pop up. All the fire departments that are down there, I can't even really say.
Wow. Good morning, Lapita. Yeah, so much destruction. And then they had the winds on top of that. It sounds like they're going to perk back up this afternoon. Wow. And I heard from Michael and Serge, and they're not in the evacuation area. Thank goodness. And Michael went live for a little bit last night. In fact, I'm going to text them this morning and just kind of give them the heads up about just putting a checking in. Good morning, Twyla. Sure. Am I too quiet this morning? Is that better, Twyla? Good morning, Mandy Me. He is a tender heart. Him and Serge are both such tender-hearted people. Twyla, did that bring it up better for you? Good morning, Hank. She did. Her and Streets were out walking last night. Love to you too, T. Thank you, Twyla. I can turn it up more. It might be just me that's quiet today. Yeah, Jessica and Streets were walking around last night looking at, that's the video we were just playing. I don't think she lost her home. I thought somebody had said that a tree came down on his car. I don't know that he evacuated. Here, let's see. Let's go to him. Yeah, fires are scary. Mother Nature, when it goes off like that, and there's no uh looking at whether or not you're rich or you're poor. It just strikes. Let's try putting an @ sign. Here we are. There's a smiling face. I love his dimples. I think everybody loves his dimples. Did he put out a video? Nope. Did he put out a community post? We have returned home safely. Scariest night of my life. We had minutes to grab stuff, important documents, hard drives, toiletries, etc., and leave. My parked car got crushed by a tree, but feeling super lucky considering thousands of others have no home to return to. Looks like someone tried to break into our apartment by prying the door open, but the door held, thankfully. Asking for security camera footage in the morning. Super appreciative of everyone who reached out and offered a place to stay. Love to you all. Ooh, how scary. Thank God he got back to his home safely. And what asshats try and break into people's homes when they're all evacuated? Good morning, SP Crusader. Yeah, that takes a special kind of vile person to do that. The night of my husband and I's accident, of course we were both in ICU in surgery, and my mom and dad, the night after, my mom and dad had flown up from Michigan here to Alaska, and my mom was at the hospital with me and my dad was sleeping. Hey Joe. And somebody tried to break into my house because they had seen on the news that we were in an accident and knew we wouldn't be there. And it woke my dad up, and of course, he diffused the situation. But that's just incredulous. Yeah, right? That's why people refuse to leave, because of looters. I mean, nothing's that important. And I mean, if you're having to evacuate, obviously it's for a reason. They should be evacuating also. Apparently they don't value their own life. They'd value somebody else's property more. That's just crazy sauce. I know, Brian. I know. That's just crazy. And they weren't trying to break into your house to make sure your plants got watered. That's for sure. We like that we go and feed the cows with you, James. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're out in the middle of the country and everybody's gone and everybody evacuated and you really needed a place to stay, okay, but no, yeah, looting and squatting. I hope he gets the video footage that he needs to figure out who it was. Of course, that's going to be low on the priority list. Of course they do. They're waiting for you to talk to them. I dropped the first of the, really? I just gotten repurchased Netflix. I'll have to look at that as something to watch. I got it so that way I could finish up Squid Games and got into the third one and then just forgot that I re-upped it. I need to finish watching it. We've had so much going on. Well, we were designed to think, Brian, and we're designed to independently think. So go figure. If we all thought the same, we'd just be robots. Oh, goodness sake. Did you guys see I dropped a new one for Scientology crimes last night? Yeah, I started it, but I it bothered me, the whole Squid Game idea, but it's not a bad movie. It's not a bad series. Good morning, Kathy. I'll have to check out the one on the squatters too. Because I know in some areas they get in, they start squatting into somebody's house and then they can't evict them because of the eviction laws. Yeah, it's been kind of crazy with everything going on. And then so many streamers. It's strange. Good morning, Doctor Who, Heather. Ooh, there's my fellow Squid Games aficionado. It, I really didn't think I would be either, but it's kind of one of those stupid things that you watch it and you kind of just get hooked onto it. Yeah, what episode are you on, Doctor Who, Heather? I only got to episode 3 and then got busy doing other things. Yeah. Good morning, me and Taz. Good morning, GM Flower. You're welcome. Yep, I started posting the list last night. And I did the video and then rewatched the video and got to the end. And the video had gotten cut off, so I had to totally redo it. That's why I'm up so late this morning, is because I was up late last night reposting it. Ooh, no spoiler alerts. Okay, I'll have to finish watching it. Doctor Who, Heather. So I reposted or retold the video, because once you're done, you can't go back in and edit. I am not. It's just allergies. Just allergies. And then when you get congested, or if you get anything stuck in there. So I'm paralyzed from here down. And so I don't have chest muscles to cough. All right. Well, that's something you guys can do together, T. So when I cough, it's hard for me to clear, because I don't have the muscles to clear it, to cough correct. Yep, your lips are sealed. No telling us. But I might do that today, since we don't have any meetings today. It is tough. But that's why I'm always clearing my throat and stuff, is because that's the only way I can do it. And I try putting pressure on my abs with my hand to do it, and that helps. But then I can't sit up straight. So I have to be somewhere where I'm supported. I don't, Kirby's mom. I mean, I have one. I have a steamer, and I have a Vicks vapor thing. You do chest physio on your mother? Yep. Yeah, I can get into somebody doing back percussions on my back. That helps me so much. If I could train the dogs to do it, I'd have it made. I need to train the dog to push my back. I do, James. I really do. And honestly, it feels so good when somebody does that down my back. Yeah, that's really hard when I'm laying flat. And good morning, hippie chick. Like goat yoga, dog percussion therapy. Yeah, right? I've seen that goat yoga where the goats walk on people. Yeah, that would be awesome. Dog therapy. I I would go for it. I just need to teach him how to do it. Oh, that would be funny. What are you doing? What is your dog trained to do for you? He's my goat therapist. My yoga dog percussion therapy. My new ADA trained dog. They're too lazy. I was telling MD Media about acupressure. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kirby's mom. An in-home massage therapist. Oh, yeah. I would love that. They do have machines that do that. Yep, it's for a lot of the kids that have cystic fibrosis use those machines. And they help break up the congestion in the lungs for them because they can't cough either. Thank you again, Kirby's mom. That's so generous of you. Ooh, there we go, me and Taz. I wish. Yeah, you know how they do the kneading? Yep, that would be cool. I used to pay my kids big money to rub my back. Good morning, Cricket Cinema. Nice to see you. I've been watching your videos this week, but you've been probably working a lot. That's what you call it, cupping it? Yep. Okay, you're hired, Amy. Yeah, it's amazing when you're right. Amy and her daughter can come for a visit. Oh, thank you. Aw, yeah, that kitty one was so cool. That black cat. Yeah, you can tell you like cats. GM Flower, thank you so much. I so appreciate it. What kind of cat are you doing one today on, Cricket? Well, we'll just have to wait and watch. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I like black cats. And the one you picked as an example on your last video was very a muscular cat. Ouch. Here, let me go to that. Golden Dynamite. What was the Golden Dynamite? I didn't see it.
Why would you light a blaze? Golden dynamite, there is no crash, just a brave and fierce emotion. Do not dim her strength, her wisdom and her insight. It's not yours.
The barn kitties. We have a lot of barn kitty cats around here. Right, Kathy? That's the best. Yeah, I have neighbors that have barn cats. Uh-oh, Amy, what was disgusting? For missing in Scientology? I will go there. Let me finish with crickets because I got Brachinwa. Beautiful cat. Let's put a notify me on that one. Is it a video? Community tab, he said. Just posted. Oh, yes, he sent me a copy of this. For the volunteer ministers that don't do anything except for a photo shoot. But they do so much for the community. Yeah, despicable. Oh, you guys. You're welcome, Cricket Cinema. Yeah, coon cats are cool. They're more like dogs. You guys, guess what? Yesterday, we got notification of, excuse me, that is not. He's on here in the mornings. Eyes to see 33. And she put out a post yesterday of I don't see her. She got to ring the bell. She had her last day of chemo. If you guys can go and give her some love for having her last day. She took it down. But just give her some love on her channel, you guys. She had her last day of chemo. Yep, great news from Eyes to See 33. Got to ring the bell. Was it a short? Is that why I'm missing it? Yep, there we go. It's on her short.
Yay! There she goes. Yay!
Very nice. Ring the bell, bell, bell. Ring the bell. Yep, much love to you. That's some exciting news in this world of upside down crap that's going on. Yay! Yes, they will, Kathy. I saw that. I didn't watch it though, Doctor Who, Heather. Let me go there. Let me go there. You like spicy sometimes. That's not you. It's, I believe it is in the Cultology Twins one, isn't it? That's where I think I saw it. Here it is. The Quit music video. Advertise first.
Ever get a sign the universe is trying to tell you something?
Quit the crap you're peddling. We see right through your lies. The discount yarn you are spinning while you conjure grifts and cry. Why are you hell-bent on fighting others when we are here to fight the cult? You're just a bully with a mask. Just you being here is the insult. Attack, never defend. Right, where did you learn that again? Behind the scenes you spew venomous vile. On screen you are everyone's friend. Quit your destruction of this cause. You say you are helping, but at what cost? Quit the lies and attacks. There are smarter people here with facts. Quit crying about bullies and abuse. Just put that shit on snooze.
Kinda says it like it is. Just knock it the hell off. Good video. We like spicy. We don't mind spicy. Yep. Let's get back to what we're supposed to be doing. Exactly. Did you guys catch Serge's video the other day? Serge Delmar, there we go. We already have him in there. Was it this one? It was this one.
Not be made clear in the world where it keeps getting distracted. with all the garbage bullshit that keeps getting put on everyone's lines. Oh, did you hear about this? Oh, did you hear about that? Did you hear about who said what about who? Oh my God, I can't believe that he is saying that and then she's saying that too. And then they also said that, but then they said that again. Oh my God, let me make a video about that. Oh my God, let me really talk about that. Because who in the F gives an F what adults are talking between the politics of adults? Where is the...
Yep. Where are we at? Kind of laid it right out there. If we're distracted on fighting on who's humping who, it's what we've been saying all week. Ooh, yikes. On the Frankie, Ruby Frankie. Yeah. And then Mini Minion had an update on the cases she's been watching. Long Island. New York. Mini Minion. Let's see if that prop brings it up. It is. It brings her up. %100% agree, Amy. I adore her too. Her heart is so in the right place. We all 100%, Hank, because it's caused issues with the community, and it's caused people to turn away from what the true mission is. That's where the horrible and the narcissistic abuse is. It's not good. But then remember my little bus analogy is that we keep putting this person's a narcissist, this person's a narcissist, this person's an abuser. And I do mean ASL also. But then there were some people that were saying that Rika is an abuser. There's some people that saying Haggis is an abuser. There's some people that saying that Audit is an abuser. Some people are saying Nora's an abuser. So we do have facts and figures for ASL. I agree about that. But, you know, somebody's got to focus on the mission or else it's just going to get off track. I truly believe that the foundation is needed. The purpose of the foundation is needed. No, he's not saying that. In fact, he's been one of the abused of ASL. He clearly was abused from him. Exact same as what Nora went through. Exact same as what Jenna went through. Exact same. What he's saying is that the mission is to get the kids out that are in today, and I'm going to add the elderly abuse and the financial abuse that's happening, to stop that. And when we divide our attention or just put it on that, then it takes us off the mission. Yeah. So it's very true. But somebody's got to stay focused on the mission too. We can't get off that, or else that's going to go by the wayside. We do care. I 100% care about that, hippie. Unfortunately, they're out there, Hank. Unfortunately. But if I think about that, or if I try and get on those buses too, then it takes me away from doing my priority of making sure kids are safe. Yeah, Amy, that was my point yesterday, was that he had said something, and I've heard this from several people, so that it needs to be sustainable. No, this does not need to be sustainable. We need to win this frickin' war. Slay the dragon. Slay the perpetrators of these crimes. I don't want this to be sustainable. I want it to be ended. I want to win the war. I don't go into a game, if you want to call it a game, or a war. I don't go into a war to lose. And I don't go into a war to see how long I can sustain it. I go into a war to win it. Bottom line. And I guess maybe sustainability means for further fighting? No. Yeah, and again, I don't want to say anything about Rika Audit or Haggis, so I'm not gonna further any of the shit that was going around. Which war? The war against the abuses happening in Scientology. Right, Amy? It's not a party. It's not a party. And it's not a money place to get your money, and it's none of that. It's a war. It's a psychological battle. It's a PR war. Yep, you're right, GM Flower. And so, but you can't assign whether right or wrong to his post that DOA chased everyone off protesting at Big Blue. But without giving context, he said that you have to make this sustainable, because he was talking about protesting at Flag. I don't care that it's sustainable, but hi T, do what you need to do to win the war today. He's not. And nobody thinking it should be sustainable is a threat to Church of Scientology. They can sustain the battle. They have enough money to sustain a battle. They could give a shit. Protesters are going to come and go. and probably forever and ever, amen. Good morning, crazy love is love. You know, DOA has his purpose, and he's been put on that bus. Look how many times he's been put on the bus. No, they don't, Hank, do they? So if you are a threat to the cult of Scientology, they're going to mitigate, litigate, or try and pay you off. And if you're a threat to them, you're somewhere in that process. Yeah, it's not a party, is it, crazy? It's not a chance to go and just be a party. And people that are protesting do it in their own way. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, VGI. I agree with that. Thank you, Hank. And you know what? I'm really kind of not team anybody. Well, okay, I'm gonna admit I'm team audit. I'm team crazy. I'm team cricket. I'm team T. Good morning, Breezy Report. I'm team haggis. I'm team Nora. I'm team Peter. I'm team Irish. You know, we all have something to add to this, right? Oh, thank you, Cricket. Get a little crazy love. Hi, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Good morning to you. Sending much love and sunshine to you today, too. Yeah, that whole Flag area, that whole Clearwater area, I've even been afraid to even approach it. Not because of ASL. It has nothing to do with the personalities down there, but because of such ingrained nature that it's been scary about how to strategize that. Audit is the queen. She is definitely the queen. Yep, Amy has an important voice. I don't know about Wise, but definitely been through enough shit that I know where not to keep my nose out of. You know why, Hank? Because she's gonna love you to death. She doesn't come after you. Audit doesn't come after you with revenge or retaliation. Because the minute you come after her, she throws blessings on you. You can't win when somebody throws a blessing on you. You cannot win the retaliation war. That's the scary part, VGI, is that oh goodness, no, T. No, T, you need to do where you feel you're led. Amy, I bet yeah, you can't zoom into the meetings and everything is very closed off. It is a creepy. It's a ghost town. And I kind of probably mean literal ghost town too. I'm not ready to attack that yet. You know, I'm okay with, at first I was like, why isn't anybody else doing it? I guess that just means that I need to do it a little bit harder. Amy's there, Miriam's there, Gigi is there, Ganja Girl. We're all a voice. It'll get heard. He could, but you remember he ran for city council or whatever council he had ran for, and I I don't know whether he feels inadequate or defeated or not wanting to go through it again. I'm not too sure. I think new blood is needed in that area. I think some new energy. You know, maybe Mark Bunker needs to lead the energy again back in that area. I don't know. I really have not put my head into it only because it's a dark hole that I haven't wanted to jump into yet. I guess that's the way to describe it. Hey Peter, did the mayor come back yet? I don't think so, Hank. I don't think anybody's doing that right now down there. I'm sorry, T. You shouldn't have lost subs over that. You're just putting your boundaries up. It's okay. Lots of hugs. Yep. I think I'm gonna just be real honest. I think DOA has an incredibly strategic mind. He is brilliant. I really think he is. But you can be two things at the same time, brilliant and an idiot. In some respects, I just want to smack him upside the head. But I'm not there, and you know, good morning, Rika. Yeah, it is, Hank. As I said, I think that's just kind of a scary, dark place down there in Florida that I'm just not ready. I I'm not ready to delve into yet. That was a good music video, Doctor Who, Heather. And we watched a little bit of it, T. Oh, goodness sake. Hold on, I need to put you on mute just for a second, you guys. Oh no, Haggis, I hate leaky pipes. I agree. DOA has grown. He has taken the information of what has happened in the past and is tried to grow from it. And then of course love never hurts between him and Laura helping him grow. But we're all human, so we all have more growth to go. That's just how it goes. So, there's always a point and room for redemption for all of us. Yeah, I did watch that yesterday in between different things. Yeah, I did watch that, T. The bullying behind the scenes sucks. That's a long time to be bullied. That's, I don't know how people have or feel the entitled right to bully people, especially if they won't show their face. But nobody deserves to be bullied or yelled at or screamed. Nobody has the right to do that to somebody else. But I have the right to turn my ears off and say, I don't have to listen to it. And T, I love and support your blue-haired, lovely, beautiful face too. Peter, did I miss your answer about the mayor, Karen Bass? Did she come back? It was some good information. I love it when I get a text. Listen to this text I just got. Your vehicle has an unpaid toll bill. To avoid excess late fees on your bill, please settle it promptly. Thank you for your cooperation. Total amount $6.99. Okay, where did I drive that I needed a toll? And it's coming from Oregon. Oh, funny. Those two are cute together. I know you guys, but let's get it all out, but let's not drive a bus. I am not subscribed to that person and don't watch that person. For other reasons. But I won't pile on a bus either, you guys. It was about facts and figures, and I think there was 6 or 7 of those videos. Yeah, and I agree, bullying is not okay. And there's nothing wrong with standing up for yourself and saying, don't bully me. Oh, there's a 8th part? I didn't see the 8th one. You're right, because, hey, good morning, Traveltology. Good afternoon. No more kids in Scientology bus. Exactly. Ooh, I need to change the bus to that. And kids cannot consent. In F Sciento. Right. And thank you, Dr. Who, Heather. Yep, there's absolutely nothing wrong with saying, knock it off, quit it. Self-reflection is tough sometimes. Yeah, I can definitely say Kathy, exactly. I I agree. Sometimes when somebody says something and you have a knee-jerk reaction, I'll give you an example. Because some people on here don't like Poe, some people love Poe. I happen to know Poe personally, and I know he would have my back in any war, any fight. The guy is actually really, really honorable. And the other night, when Nora put up that question, which was a true question, his knee-jerk reaction was to say, "Shut up." And probably not the best response he could have ever made. But it was a knee-jerk reaction to somebody trying, he felt, to, and I'm not putting words in his mouth, I could see it, to trip him up or to ask him a trick question. And his knee-jerk reaction was to say, "Shut up." Why is my pump going off? And that was a knee-jerk reaction. He probably should have answered it in a better way, but I wasn't there. I know, and a lot of people don't, and it's okay. But he did. That was a knee-jerk reaction. And that's perfectly an acceptable thing to do, hippie chick and VGI. There's nothing wrong with that temporarily, but from what I've said all week is that if I get on those buses, then it's hard for me to get back off and do what I need to do and stay in my lane. Good night, Sandy Hill. Sweet dreams. Right, yeah, I agree. I kind of cringed at the knee-jerk reaction too. I'm Joe, I'm kind of the same way. Yesterday I'm like, Okay, you guys, you like the Hulk when he says, "You don't get me mad. You don't want to see me when I get mad." Yep. Yeah, T. Yeah, I agree. But that doesn't assign right and wrong to the person as a whole. Yeah, what's the train surfers on top of the bus? Woo! Ooh, now that's not good. See, that's where the line needs to be drawn is when people feel entitled to to bully people out of the chat and stuff. It's okay, hippie chick, that we disagree. It's okay. Yeah, it is, and that's where I am going to continue to stay in my lane, just like T. Just I'm gonna stay in my lane. Yep, we can all have our opinions, and that's okay. Yeah, I need to hop on sometimes, grab that I'm driving. I can't hold the pole. I can't pole dance when I'm driving. T, I can't click on it. I'll have to write it. I'll have to look at it later. Did she post again? We can give Jenna more subs. Thank you, T, for posting that. We've been having Long Island, New York on our screen for a while. I truly feel she has to be one of the strongest people that I've ever met. Not really met, but parasocially met. Thank you for posting that. Hey, Minnie, we just had you on. The federal law video has not been rescheduled yet. I need to do that with everybody's minds being in uproar, and then LA being in an uproar with the fire. No, Minnie, we just had you on the screen and we started talking. Good morning, Corn Freak. I did not see what you said. Let me scroll back up. I'm sorry, Corn Freak, I didn't see it. Now that would be a situation to get into. Oh my gosh. And good morning, Corn. That would be a tough thing to do, Hank, especially to do the splits. And I hope you didn't split your pants when you did the splits. Good morning, Scientology up north. Lots of love to you also. Yeah, it's you got year-end stuff going on. See, I'm not the only one, you guys. I can't. You just gotta take it out of your head. And you know what? Right in the way of everybody. Corn, I am glad Crazy is helping you expedite this, and the Goldenrod girls. I'm glad Crazy is taking that on. But again, if you can respect the fact that I can't put it in my wheelhouse right now. Yeah, I know it's cold here too. Everything was really frosty this morning, Joe. Minnie, I was showing, I'm surprised your kitties don't wake you up to feed them. We were showing that you were doing an update on the youth that was brought back. Was it the girl? And then the Long Island, New York serial killer. We were just showing you. So as we started today is the National Day of Mourning. I didn't even know today was the National Day of Mourning. Is that a new holiday? A new federal holiday? Let me go back to... So we did our first one on Philip Gale yesterday for the Day of Mourning. And I did speak to Jeff Augustine, and he is thinking about helping me do a video for Alexander Jentsch. And I'm going to start working on these more and more. Going to stay in my lane. Well, yeah, well, the post office is closed. There's the banks that are closed. The trading, NASDAQ is closed. Ruh-roh. Thank you, T. Bye, T. Okay, I'll be looking forward to that one. I'll put a notice in. Hey, super cool. Yeah, everything's closed up today. I thought it used to be just a day, and now it's a federal holiday. I was kind of wondering when that changed. Let's Google it. So, National Day of Mourning is a day or one of several days marked by mourning and memorial activities. But I didn't know, as I said, that it became a federal day. National Day calendar. Okay, since 1970, Native Americans have gathered at noon on Coles Hill in Plymouth to commemorate a National Day of Mourning on the U.S. Thanksgiving holiday. Many Native Americans do not celebrate the arrival of the Pilgrims. It's the fourth Thursday in November. Well, today's not. Excuse me. But it's not November. That's not. Yeah, we're weird. Yeah, they're having his, I thought he was already in the rotunda, but I thought they were having his memorial today too. I happened to be there in DC. Is for President Carter. Okay. Good morning, Adam. I happened to be there the day I was in DC for President Reagan's celebration. And oh my gosh, that was incredible. I was there for when they brought him into the rotunda, and I actually got to be right there. It was when they had seen when the soldier had put the umbrella over Nancy. I was right there. Oh my gosh, I was crying. You know, Irish, I don't know. I don't know. That's what I was just trying to find out. But Peter and Adam just said that it's for President Carter. I don't know. That's what I was just, that's what I was trying to figure it out. President Reagan's was. Just for the president. Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense because, as I said, I'd never heard of the holiday before and thought maybe it was a new yearly holiday. Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah. Yeah, I think even like when the Queen passed, yeah, it was even bigger deal than they make just for the presidents. Not just the presidents, but you know what I mean. Wow. For the Desert Storm Parade, yeah, wow. Really, Hank? Oh my goodness. I like DC. The only thing I didn't like about DC is having to use the elevator system, especially for the subways. That was really hard because they were stinky. That was really hard. And not all the elevators always work. So it's the same like when you go to New York or LA or anything like that. You have to know where you're going, or you have to know where you can go if your elevator doesn't work. But I like DC. It's a very accessible city. Yeah, subway elevators are stinky, that's for sure. You have to be able to hold your breath long enough. Chicago. I've I've been to Chicago, but I've never done the subways. Does Chicago have subways? I know they have L's, right? Well, in the Queen or the King is in power usually way longer, right? I'll take the smell of a barn any day compared to it. Yeah, they have a good food court there. Yeah, a couple of times being in DC, I rode the train up to New York City, and that was a treat. New York City is when you see on the TV shows and the movies where all the people are crossing the streets at the same time and the walking, it's amazing. I have not put out safe yet. Let me put let me put safe back in here. Um, excuse me. I still don't know why when you go into her page, there's nothing on her home page. That drives me crazy. That Good morning, near normal SP. Oh, you need an about section for that? I thought she did have an about. She does have an about section. See, here's her about section. And it has the register and the link tree and the channel details. It's on there. She was just in here. She's probably either working or dealing with chillin'. What did I miss, New Normal SP? Oh, yes. I tried to sneak into the White House one day, and that didn't work. Didn't work out so well. I tried to talk my way into it. That was after 9/11, when they stopped doing tours for a while because of the terroristic threats. And it didn't work out too well trying to sneak in. It is a wonderful idea. And it's truly a way to have some transparency and some advocacy. New York City is, okay, so I'll get back to that. So when you see it in the movies, you think, "Oh, that can't be the way it is in real life." It is that way in real life. I can't believe how many people walk in the city and how many people are on the streets anytime, day or night. Yep, she crazy works very hard, and she has a beautiful heart. I started with the Scientology crimes, and because that's on my home page for this one. Yep, I put out a new video last night. Here's the Scientology crimes. Oops. Thank you, Kirby's Mom. I appreciate it. Yeah, the only thing that I didn't like about New York City, and they got sued big time over the Department of Transportation and the Department of Justice sued New York City, is trying to find accessible accessible transportation, like to find a wheelchair accessible cab. When you need a cab there, they have paratransit services, kind of like the short buses, the wheelchair buses. But just to call a cab that's wheelchair accessible is, I mean, now it's easier. It's still not the best, but it's easier. But the several times that I went, I couldn't just call a cab to get from point A to point B. They didn't have frickin' wheelchair accessible cabs. Like down in DC, you can take the subway, you can take a bus, you can call a cab if you want, and they have cabs with the lifts. New York City didn't have them. I know they got slapped big time from the Department of Justice over it, but it's still not the best. that got me stuck there. I ended up having to get on one of those tour buses that was accessible, you know, the trolleys, and then the trolley driver very nicely and honorably dropped us back off at the station. That was kind of cool of him. But I assumed that I could call an accessible cab when I got there, and I assumed wrong. Yeah, I would love to go there someday with somebody that knows the area and be able to be the tourist, but knows the area. That would be really cool. Well, I tell you what, you guys, I'll hop back on or do a community post if we hear back from Audit to make sure she's doing okay. Make sure our LA people, you get some incredible Italian restaurants. Do I use a Door Assist handle? No. I'm not too sure what a Door Assist handle is referring to, Peter. Do you mean a lever door handle? Yes, I love lever door handles rather than round doorknobs. But unsure of what you mean by that, Peter. I'll give it a second before I close out so you can. Now you're wanting me to have Italian food. That sounds good. Okay, thank you, Peter. Yep, that was a good one on the Scientology channel. My he was one brilliant youth. Absolutely brilliant. It was reading through some of the stories, and wow, he knew 20 computer languages by the time he was 15, 16 years old. That's amazing. Thank you, Minnie. I want to get better at them. I get to where I get all, I try and do them on StreamYard because I can pause them. Here on OBS, I can't pause to change out my presentations. But I got to get better at it. I got to figure it out. Okay, guys, I'm going to go get Fluff and Buff done. I'm going to do my day of mourning for our president. I wanted to watch to see if they have anything going on in the rotunda. And much love to everyone. Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Take down Scientology. F Sciento. Goodbye. I love you all.